Mr. McDonald is charged with the first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery. Bond is currently set at $500,000.
He, along with two co-defendants, used an AR-style rifle and a P80 handgun to.
Are you really an honor student? What in the world? Yeah.
You just heard those words. AR-style rifles, ghost guns, and a $500,000 bond. But here's the part you didn't see. How does an 18-year-old honor student end up facing a lifetime behind bars? This is Dale McDonald. To his defense attorney, Ms. Holmes, he's a high school senior and a father trying to reach graduation. To prosecutor Mr. Bowman, he's part of a violent epidemic terrorizing the community. The charge is aggravated robbery, but the story is deeper. If Dale was just an innocent bystander, why was the stolen phone pinged directly to his location? And if he's truly the provider he claims to be, why is he allegedly trading his child's future for a cell phone? Is he a victim of circumstances or a master of two lives? To understand the tactics judges use to spot a tell and catch a lie in the courtroom, hit subscribe. Now, let's see how this unfolded from day one.
Good morning. Are you Dale McDonald?
Yeah, no.
And this is 26 DCCR 0113. Mr. McDonald is charged with the first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery. Bond is currently set at $500,000, and Ms. Holmes has filed a motion asking that I reduce that bond. Mr. McDonald, best you can, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Holmes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Ernie. Just state your name for the record.
Dale McDonald.
And Mr. McDonald, you're currently held at the Jefferson County Jail with the bond right now at $500,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, no.
Now, how long have you been at the Jefferson County Jail?
2 months.
Okay. And within those 2 months, has your family tried their best to secure bail in that amount but have been unsuccessful?
Yeah.
Have they contacted several bondsmen but have not been able to secure that amount?
Yeah.
Now your family, your mom works hard, your dad works hard. Is that correct?
Yeah. No.
They don't have those type of funds for that amount.
Yeah.
Do you all have any properties that you can sell to your knowledge, or any assets up to that amount that you would be able to post a bond?
No.
Okay, and if the judge reduces the bond to an amount that your family is able to assist you with, will you be staying with your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're aware that the court can put any type of stipulations in regards to if there's a GPS monitor involved, things like that, correct?
Yeah.
Now, how old are you?
8
Okay, and are you a senior in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you would be graduating this year, correct?
Yes. No.
Is that also something that's important for you to be able to have the opportunity to graduate high school?
Yeah.
Okay, now you understand while you do have this case pending, you also have responsibilities outside with school, as well as you have a young child. Is that correct?
Yes. No.
And are you a provider for that child?
Yes. No.
Okay, and is that also a factor that you would like the court to consider in regards to your bond being reduced? Okay, now we visited the other day in regards to behaviors. You are aware that the court receives reports from the jail, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that there has only been one report in which it appears that you were, I guess, bunched with a group of inmates and everybody got written up because somebody was talking. Correct.
Yes.
But you have not been engaged in any type of other behaviors at the county jail, which would show that you can act accordingly if you are released.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay. This time I'll pass the word for Sean.
I have no questions for the defendant, Judge. Just a brief argument, if I may.
And I
Yeah.
do have some.
Oh, you want to call her?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is that Shamika McDonald?
Yes.
Miss McDonald? Shamika McDonald?
Yes, she's right.
Oh, sorry. Good morning, ma'am. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Okay, Ms. Shamika, you're the mother of Dale.
Yes.
Okay, and you've heard me asking questions in regards to you all trying your best to post the bonds to assist him throughout the pendency of this case, correct?
Yes.
And you all have been unable to do that, is that correct? Now, if the judge reduces his to an amount that you're able to make, will he be staying with you?
Yes.
And could you let the judge know, I don't know if you wanted to say the full address on the record?
We'll figure that out.
Okay,
He would be living with her at her address though.
yes, is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
And is there anyone else in the home, or did you live alone?
It will be his siblings and his child.
Okay.
How many of the siblings?
He has 3 siblings at home and such as they. It's 2
Okay.
Any of those siblings in trouble or on probation at this time? Go ahead.
Okay. And are you asking the court to reduce the bond in an amount that hopefully your family could secure in between 50 and 100,000? Do you all think that still may be too high for you all, but it's something that it at least be a little bit more reasonable and you can try to secure post the bill
What was the amount?
between 50 and 100,000? Okay. Yes, ma'am. And you understand that if there's any stipulations in place as far as GPS monitor, things like that, that he needs to be held accountable, and that you will make sure that he doesn't miss a court day, does what he needs to do to make sure he stays in contact with the bonds and with counsel or everything like that.
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass it.
Ms. McDonald, you aware of the allegations against your son? You're aware that the allegations include the fact that he, along with 2 co-defendants, used an AR-style rifle and a P80 handgun to rob an individual of his cell phone. You're aware of that? And you're aware that that cell phone was pinged to a location where your son was located. I'll pass it to you.
Right. Anything else?
Just briefly, based on what we've seen, you are aware that there were firearms involved, but Dale was not the character that was identified as having a firearm, correct? It was the other 2 suspects that had firearms.
Correct.
Okay, not Dale.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, I just asked the court to take judicial notice of the probable cause affidavit. Your Honor,
Looking at that.
Your Honor, the state's position is that $500,000 is appropriate. This defendant is indicative of the epidemic of youth violence involving firearms. While during this particular instance, he may not have possessed a firearm, the allegation is that he took the cell phone with the other 2 defendants brandishing the AR and the P80 handgun, a polymer 80, by the way, Judge, in case the court's not aware, a gun is typically referred to as a ghost gun because it doesn't have a serial number and it doesn't require a background check because it comes as part of a kit that you assemble. So you've got an AR style rifle being used, a ghost gun with no serial number, and this defendant actively participating in that robbery by taking the cell phone from directly from an individual. This is that kind of case, Judge, that has been terrorizing Jefferson County. $500,000 is a sufficient fine in the state's opinion. Sorry.
Your Honor, if I may, we're well aware of what's going on in Jefferson County. I've spoke with Dale about that in regards to, even though these other things that are happening, he's not a part of, he's going to be put in that category because of the nature of the case that he's involved in. Your Honor, I do believe that Dale is a young man that can be rehabilitated. He can follow instruction. He can do what he needs to do if he's back out of the society to take care of his business. It is important that we get him to the finish line of graduating high school. He's very close. He's an honor student. And I believe that him just sitting in jail is not going to help the issue with accountability and showing that he can be a productive citizen. Your Honor, while this case is pending, we do believe that if he is allowed that opportunity to have his bond reduced to an amount where he can get back in school, take care of his responsibilities as a father, he will do just that. And unless there's been an update in the case, it's my understanding that the person who actually had the AR style 15 gun has not been indicted at this time. It's only been Dale who did not have a firearm and the other individual who I believe had the handgun. The other individual has not been indicted, or I don't even know if he's been located at this time.
Has he been identified?
I don't think
Not to
he's
my
been
knowledge.
identified.
Not to my knowledge.
Well, that's something that Mr. McDonald could do to show that he is serious about changing his life.
Mhm. And I don't think
So-
he was ever questioned, so it was just,
They were
I
questioned,
don't-
they were taken, transported to the jail, and they eventually, after some time, it sounds like, at least according to the PC, admitted he and Mr. Jackson admitted at least some involvement in this,
Mhm.
but I do not see, at least in the short PC affidavit, that anyone, and I get the fear of that, and but that's something that if Mr. McDonald is serious, then I think that's would be important communication for you guys
Yes.
to talk about.
yes, sure. But we're willing to cooperate and do what needs to be done.
So if you're able to make bond, whatever it is, 500 or less, where do you go to school?
Well, maybe not. Well,
So they're not gonna let you back there with this pending, right?
No, the plan is to helpfully get him enrolled in at least Evolution Academy, one of the charter schools.
Right.
At this point, no, he cannot go back to Beaumont United, but his mom has been in contact with the charter schools to get him enrolled there.
Are you really an honor student? What in the world?
Yeah.
You know, I saw your face when your mom walked up here and the disappointment that you felt. And that's a little different than some of the things I see. But Mr. Coleman's not incorrect with the insanity of you young kids walking around like it's the Wild West with guns and robbing and shooting and killing and all those things. It's just, it has gotten scary to live where we all live.
Yeah.
I don't want to be scared to go to the store. Miss Holmes doesn't want to be scared, but we are. So you don't, your mom doesn't live at the Edge Apartments, right?
She does.
Okay, so you went back to your house, to where they found you back close at least to where you live.
Yeah.
Do either of the other boys live around there?
Only one.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to grant the motion. I'm gonna reduce the bond to $100,000. I am going to order as a condition of that bond that other than school, and if you have a job, and you're gonna have to get with Ms. Holmes about where that job is and what the hours are, if you have a job and where you're going to school, you will be on house arrest otherwise. That means you either go to school and home, to a job and home, but you don't go anywhere else,
Yeah.
period, other than court or to visit with Ms. Holmes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Also, you're ordered not to have any contact or communication with, Paul Jackson. And before you leave today, I want to know who else you're not supposed to have contact with. You need to talk with Ms. Holmes. I'm not going to make you do it out here in front of everybody. But I need to know that you're not having contact or communication with anybody else that's in trouble.
Yeah.
You know who they are. You shouldn't be hanging out with anybody at this point. You want to be a dad at 18 years old, then be a dad at 18 years old and quit being a kid. Because your kid's going to grow up without you if you continue down this path. And your mom's going to have to raise them.
Yeah.
That's not what you want, is it?
No.
Okay, so, yes, there will be a GPS monitoring device as well, that you'll have to get and pay for, which means you probably need to get a job because mom doesn't need to be in charge of all of this stuff. You want to act like an adult and be an adult court, it's time to do some adult things, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to get your education. Obviously, that's going to help you in the future, but you're going to have some real strict and conditions and an amount of bond that I think is sufficient to hopefully keep everyone safe in our community as well. You're not allowed to have a firearm. You're not allowed to be around anyone that has a firearm. That is a condition of your bond. If you are caught around anyone that has a firearm or you have one, your bond will be higher than what it is right now. Do you understand? You'll be waiting in custody.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else that you can think of?
No, Judge.
All right. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, ma'am.
The judge made the call. Dale McDonald's bond was slashed to $100,000. But here's the question. Was this a fair shot at rehabilitation for an honor student or a dangerous risk for the community? Comment below. Team prosecution or team defense? Did the judge get it right? If this case got you thinking, hit like. Share this with anyone who needs to see the reality of our legal system.